generational wealth trust. One of the smartest moves rich people uses is trust. Trust are legal setups where your money is being owned by a neutral entity, and this money is managed for the benefit of your children. So you may ask, why do rich people use this trick? Well, your children doesn't inherit this money directly, so it will save you for what we called inheritance tax in Nigeria, and your wealth cannot be seized in court through divorce. So if you're planning to marry Dangote Pikin and then divorce him and then collect half of his father's wealth, well, bad news. You need to write another business plan. The children of rich families only get monthly or annual payments from their family's wealth. So, like Dangote's company, the trust owns the business, the family runs the trust. This will prevent internal fights, asset scattering, and court battles, which will help preserve their wealth forever after Dangote dies. Tax loopholes. Most average Nigerians get their income directly from either salary, freelancing, or trade. Whatever they make, they pay as you earn tax or other income tax. Simple. But rich Nigerians don't do that. Rather, they create companies and make the company earn the money instead of themselves. For example, instead of Mr. Obi getting 100 million directly into his personal account and being taxed for it, he creates Obi Global Ventures Limited. All the money goes into that company. Then Obi pays himself a salary and keep most of the money inside the company on tax. Now here's where the trick comes in. The company is allowed to deduct business expenses before paying tax. This includes office rent, even if it's his own house, transportation, even if it's his own personal car, food, lodging, travels, anything that you can imagine. And he can even give his family members money without paying tax by calling them his staff. Let's break it down with numbers. If he earns 100 million in business and claims he spent 98 million as expenses, he only has to pay tax for the 2 million profit, not the full 100 million. LCC Webs. This trick is the creation of multiple companies, often linked together in a confusing way. Instead of creating one business, rich Nigerians may create 5 to 10 companies. Some are active, some are dormant, some are just names on paper. Why, you may ask? It's just for moving and max scale money. Let's say a wealthy individual owns Obi Global Ventures Limited, Prestige Holding Limited, Royal Imports Limited, and Blue Eye Consults. He may send money from Obi Global to Prestige for consulting services. Prestige send it to Royal Imports as payment for logistics. Then Royal send to Eye Consults for investments. All legal, all on paper. But it's nearly impossible to trace who actually owns it, and the names of shareholders might be hidden. EFCC and FIRS struggle to track this type of webs. This is also how contract money gets cleaned. A politician award a 1 billion contract to Prestige Holding. The job is done halfway. Then the cash moves through this web and end up in a Dubai account or used to buy land in Banana Island. Front companies. Not all businesses you see are designed to actually make money. Some are created to explain existing wealth. These are known as front companies. Let's say you see someone driving a 250 million naira car and you ask him, what do you do for a living? And he says, I run a construction company. But in reality, no construction project has been completed in 3 years. The business exists only to receive contract payment, justify huge cash flow, move money from unknown sources into legitimate accounts. Front businesses are usually real estate, consulting, oil and gas, because those industries are difficult to verify. Government contracts. One of the oldest wealth building trick in Nigeria. Here is how it works. A rich connected businessman gets awarded a government contract for road construction, hospital supplies, or maybe water projects. The actual cost of the project may be 100 million, but the contract is awarded for 500 million. The businessman delivers substandard work worth 100 million or nothing at all. The balance goes to his pockets and a small percentage goes back to the official who signed the deal. Once a person starts getting this contract, their wealth explodes overnight. That's why many rich Nigerians have strong political links, because their wealth channel depends on access. These contracts are paid in full before delivery. They are rarely audited, and in most cases, no one gets punished. Offshore banking. When making serious money in Nigeria, the next step is to get it out safely,
quietly and legally if possible. Many rich Nigerians open offshore accounts in Dubai, UK or the USA. They use these accounts to store millions in USD, buy houses and hotels, and avoid Nigeria banking surveillance. They can also use offshore companies and can say the company owns their personal house or any assets they don't want to declare. That's how politicians with billions in offshore accounts passes assets declaration, because legally they don't own it, their company do. Political links. In Nigeria, power gives you money faster than money gives you power. Rich Nigerians usually stay close to power. Governors, senators, ministers, presidents. Why? They get exclusive business deals, access to CBN waivers, forest allocations, inside info on land sales or oil block releases, protection from investigation or audits. The right political godfather can turn a small trader into a billionaire in 3 months through backdoor access. That's why so many rich men sponsor campaigns, donate free money, or marry into political families. It's not emotional, it's financial move. Asset investing. Finally, not all money moves are shady. Many rich Nigerians are smart investors. They know that the naira is always falling. Banks give poor interest. Businesses can be risky. They invest in land, especially in Lagos, Abuja or Port Harcourt, rental apartments, hotels and lodge, oil and gas license, telecom shares like MTN Nigeria. These assets protect them from inflation and give steady cash flow. They also use these assets as loan collateral, allowing them to borrow big and invest bigger. A powerful loop poor people never get access to. You may not see us again. Kindly subscribe to the channel. Which of these tricks shock you the most? Drop a comment below.